If you are trying to be a successful comedian and you just told a joke that you were sure was going to work, but it landed totally flat and it got nothing but crickets, and now you want to jump out a window and quit comedy altogether because you are so embarrassed, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is not a sign that you're on the wrong track. This is a sign that you're on the right track, because every great comedian has experienced this exact phenomenon. And they have felt absolutely horrible while it was happening. And they have wanted to jump out of a window and quit comedy too. So don't worry, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Or if you're trying to be a really good manager and you just had a tricky conversation with someone on your team and you wanted to be curious and supportive and helpful to them, but instead you got annoyed and defensive and you probably didn't make the situation any better. And now you're frustrated with yourself and you're wondering if you're ever going to be able to get the hang of this. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is not a sign that you're on the wrong track. This is a sign that you're on the right track, because every great manager has experienced this exact same phenomenon, and they have felt low and frustrated while it was happening, and they've wondered if they'll ever be able to do this too. So don't worry, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Or let's say you're trying to build a successful startup and you're doing everything you can think of to reach new customers, and sales are not coming in and you feel like nothing is working. You're so embarrassed about how this is all going and you're wondering if you should just quit. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. This is not a sign that you're on the wrong track. This is a sign that you're on the right track. Every great founder has experienced this exact phenomenon, and they have felt like running away and hiding while it was happening, and they have wondered if they should just quit already. So don't worry, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. One of the most painful things we tell ourselves when something isn't working is, this shouldn't be happening. I am off track. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this at all. Because if I was the kind of person who was good at this, if I was the kind of person who was likely to succeed at this, then this wouldn't be happening to me. But here is the big fat secret about success. The only difference between a successful person and a failure is that the successful person has a bigger mountain of fuck-ups behind them. And they have felt terrible through every single one. So I'm not telling you to feel amazing about your fuck-ups. I'm telling you to let yourself feel terrible about them and to know at the exact same time that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And I want you to notice the difference between these two mental modes. This shouldn't be happening mode versus I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be mode. How does each mental mode feel in your body? What emotion does the mental mode generate? What do you feel like doing next in that mental mode? And what outcomes and results do you think each mental mode will create? The single most important factor that determines whether or not you will get the things you want and feel the way you want to feel is which mental mode you are in. And the reason we stay stuck and unable to break through in our problem solving is because we keep asking ourselves, what do I need to do to solve this problem, while being stuck in a mental mode that is never going to reveal the solution? Instead of asking ourselves, what mental mode am I in that is creating this problem in the first place? And then changing our mental mode so that we can see new solutions. This is exactly what coaching helps you do. We identify the mental mode that you're currently in, the mental mode that is creating this problem in the first place, and then we change your mental mode so you can see new solutions. And if you're wondering, but how exactly do we do that? Come talk to me and let me show you how. You can get a free sample of coaching with free anonymous public coaching. The link to book one of those calls is above. Or come talk to me about working together and let's make a custom plan for getting you from where you are right now to where you want to be. The link to book a free consult call is above.